All right, everybody, welcome back to today's personal development lesson. I am your host, Joel Dunn. I promise not to be mean or hurt any feelings on this one because this one is a tough one. As you see from the title today, we're going to be talking about self-discovery and eliminating what's holding us back. And if I'm being 100% transparent and honest, it's almost like 97% of the time, it's me holding me back, not holding you back. I'm definitely not here to hold you back. I'm here to catapult and bring you forward. But when it comes to what's holding me back, normally it's me. So today we're going to go over the things that you can do to help eliminate you and what's holding you back from getting what you want. So the first thing that we have to do is we have to get honest with where we are actually at. Because self-discovery really begins with accuracy. And like I said before, it's me. I never change because I never want to confront the truth. The things that you're avoiding are normally the things that are the keys to unlocking the greatness within you. So most people, they never change because they never want to confront the truth. Most people always operate from assumptions, excuses, and outdated stories they tell themselves of themselves. But here's the thing, your next level requires clarity, not comfort. So some of the things that I ask myself is, what version of me is actually showing up every day? Now, here's the thing. When you are actually showing up, you're not going to show up at 100% all the time. But what I do want you to do is show up with 100% of what you have every day. Then the next thing is, what am I pretending not to see? That's a tough one because here's the thing. We all see and know the things that we should be doing. And sometimes we kind of just, we put these blinders on instead of these blinders. So what are you pretending not to see so that you can avoid it and not make that decision? And with that, the other thing is, what have I tolerated for too long? What are the things that you know in your heart of hearts are actually holding you back? And what are you allowing to linger too long from holding you back? Because ultimately what we're talking about today is the things that are within your control, that you can change, that you can affect to change for the good. Because honesty is the gateway for transformation for yourself. You can't defeat what you are choosing and refusing to not identify. So you need to identify it so that you can defeat it. The next thing is identity has hidden anchors that slow you down. So you need to identify what they are because everyone has anchors. Some are more obvious, some are sneaky. We talk about them a little bit like mindset, habits, your relationships, environments, maybe old dreams that are unfulfilled, or maybe even it's past successes that you've allowed to turn into your ceiling. I'm going to talk about that one for a second because that one's important. You came out, you were running, you hit a goal that you even thought you never would hit, and you hit it. And now you've allowed that to be the ceiling because you didn't think you were going to hit it anyways, and you did. So there's no way I can go past it. But that's the thing. You're telling yourself that your success is the wrong story. Your success is the launching point for your next success. So common anchors that we all have. Fear of failing in front of people. This is the number one thing that holds all of us back. Because if we really realized how much people cared about what we did, we wouldn't care about what we're doing. Because mostly people are concerned about themselves. They're not paying attention to you. So we shouldn't be afraid of failing in front of people. In fact, we should do what I've always said, fail forward. Use it as a learning experience. The faster and the more often that you fail, the faster and further you get to reaching success and reaching goals. The other thing is loyalty to patterns that once worked, but no longer fit where you're going. I've said it quite a few times. The work that you did to get the success that you have is not the same work that you're going to have to sustain the success or even to have greater success. So don't hold on to the things that worked but are no longer working for the amount of success that you want. Because it worked to get you to where you are, but it may not work to get you to where you want to go, and that's why you're stuck. This is a huge one, and we are all absolutely guilty of it. Addiction to busy instead of being effective. That is what we want to be. We want to be impactful and effective, not busy. Another one that's really huge is emotional clutter that drains your energy and your confidence. Look for things that can build you up and plug you in and fill you up as opposed to draining you. And most of the time, this is other humans. Other humans tend to be vampires versus battery chargers. So be specific about getting around the people that will charge you up, that are at a higher frequency, that will cause you to go to that next level you're desiring. Also, this one's kind of important, and I'm just going to tell you right now, I give you permission to unleash the beast that is within you. Because most of us have a belief that we need permission to chase what God has already called you to do. He already called you. Who are you waiting on to give you that permission? So if that's something that's stuck with you, here's the thing. Hear me again. I give you permission to go do what God has already created you to do. See, your goal is not to hate that anchor, not hate the thing because you're putting negative energy into it. The goal is to recognize it, thank it for how it once served you, and release it because you cannot take it into the new future version of you. You don't rise by adding more. You rise by removing the things that weigh you down. Think about that. If you are in water and you're slowly having things fill up that are dragging you down, isn't it much easier to get rid of those things that are weighing you down versus trying to swim more with the more weight? So today, release it because you can't take it with you to become the best version of you. Self-discovery is not about finding a new version of yourself. It's about uncovering the version of yourself that's been buried under your fear, doubt, and distraction. Guys, here's the thing. You already have the strength. You already have the calling. You have unlimited potential. So removing these limits reveals what's always been there. You just have never recognized it. So hopefully today I can give you a glimpse into the awesomeness that is already you. So some practical actions that you can do is look at removing one distraction. What is one thing that you could get rid of that's distracting you from going down towards your goal? And then when we remove something, we want to replace that old habit, that old distraction with something that moves you closer to your goal. I want you to recommit to raising the standard that reflects who you want to become. Not who you are currently, but who you want to become. And then redefine what winning looks like this week, make it measurable, make it simple. Because again, you get what you measure, and making it simple creates a process that allows you to duplicate. Transformation is subtractive before it's additive. Because breakthroughs show up when you eliminate what's blocking your progress, and then the real you, that awesome version of you, shows up and gets into the room and breathes fresh air and breathes new life into you, and not only you, but the people around you. So by doing this, it helps not only unlock these things in you, it helps unlock the things in others. Your goals are not waiting on more talent. They're waiting on more truth. Self-discovery is the courage to meet the honest version of yourself, remove what does not belong there, what does not serve you, and step into what you were designed to be, who you were destined to become, the actual person God created us to be. Because all of us are living well below who God designed us to be. So even if we can take just a couple steps, a couple notches up to be who that is, things will change quickly and rapidly for what you are trying to accomplish. Here's the thing. Take these things today. Again, put them into action the moment that we get off this training. Don't wait for a couple days. Don't think about it. Take one decisive action to build your confidence that will unleash a version of yourself that is already there. And it'll eliminate what's holding you back from your greatness. Guys, go out and make it an amazing day. And I hope your week is as awesome as you are.